And we know that one of Ichabod's former loves is coming on, not Katrina, there's another woman coming on. What can you tease about that relationship?
Well, an ex-fiancé from before time with Katrina comes into the mix, but like everything from Crane's past, it has a huge effect in the present day. And, you know, of course, when you're discussing an ex and your wife's around, especially when your wife's a witch, you know what I mean?
And he's only recently discovered that she's a witch, so who knows what kind of trick she has up her sleeve that he has no idea about.
Exactly. Well, actually, that comes into conversation in this season, is that she lied about being a witch. She lied about knowing George Washington and being part of the war. She lied about knowing Crane was a witness. She lied about the apocalypse coming. That has a huge effect now. Now that she's out of purgatory and we're both in the same world, the ramifications of that.
Is a little bit of the honeymoon like glaze is gone because you're like, now that I'm done being so happy that you're with me and we're together, some of the reality starts to sink in, like with all these layers of what they've been through over the centuries?
She's still with the Headless Horseman.
Even in what you're filming right now?
Yes, she's in our world,
right.
So it's easier to contact her. But she is with the Headless Horseman. That's all I'm saying. Don't have that look, because that's a mischievous look when, like, Tom's saying too much already, which means the floodgates must be opening.
I have a specific question, but I feel like you're not going to answer it, so we won't even go there. Well, if she is there, why is she not trying to return to him?
Well, that's a very good question.
And you're not going to answer it.
No, I'm not.
Well, given that he does know about Headless, and Headless is going to be, and who Headless actually is, and he knows that he's going to be around a little bit more now, how is he kind of grappling with that? Especially since Headless was his best friend. Do you think he'd have some ammunition to be like, back in the day, this pissed you off, I can kind of do that to try to rile things up?
Well, that's the nice thing about our two horsemen of the apocalypse so far, is they're both so close to Ichabod. So when you're use war as an example, when you're battling an enemy who is also your son, I mean, Abby and Ichabod are going to approach that completely differently. This guy's a horseman of the apocalypse, but Crane, he's also my son.
Right.
But within that, what ammunition do you have? And can you try to unpick and find what's left of the human, what's left of your son, and appeal to that?
No.
That's a very interesting discussion that will go on over a while in the season.
Well, since the first two horsemen do have ties to Ichabod, when the third is revealed, do you think that will be another person who has ties to Ichabod? Or do you think
God, what if it's Abby?
What if it's Ichabod? Or what happens if it's someone who has a tie to Abby? Do you think that they would kind of shift the dynamic that way, so she is kind of put in the same position he's been in?
Quite. I don't. We haven't discussed who the next horseman will be. They know, but it's not something we've discussed. I know they don't want it to be, let's reveal a new horseman every season.
Right.
You know, we run out after 4.
Yeah. We'd like to keep you around a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
No big deal.
But it'll be nice when the next one's come along.
Perfect.
Played by Tom Waits. That's what I'd like. I want the next horseman.
Just keep putting it onto the internet until it actually happens.
Perfect.
Done.